comes up as the power comes up, and Trevor Rafferty is airborne in the model pits 12, and the smoke comes on.
Mesdames et messieurs, on commence. Pit model 12, Trevor Rafferty.
Giving you a good look at the top side of that beautifully painted Model 12 aircraft. He pulls hard on a stick and goes skyward. It will perform for us a great big wind roller. He's going to use this maneuver to pick up a whole lot of airspeed to set up for his opening maneuver. This will be the hammerhead. He pulls hard on the stick, positive 60, shoving it into the seat of that cockpit. Rolling the aircraft on that vertical line. Look at that beautiful paint job twinkling in that beautiful sunlight there. He pivots over to the right, and now he's going to throw in a couple of step rolls on the downside. Talk about getting dizzy delivering off the takeoff.
Voilà Philippe qui part. Trevor Rafferty, originaire de la Nautilus. Il demeure littéralement dans des aéroports depuis sa naissance. Il a passé toute sa vie à faire l'entretien de la pilotisation. Dans une autre vie, il a travaillé comme mécanicien d'entretien dans une entreprise de transformation de fer. Mais vraiment, c'est l'aviation qui est sa passion.
He's going to use all 360 horsepower of that Videography M14 engine as he performs this next maneuver, pulling back on the stick at the western end of the field towards our left. He's going to use this half loop to gain some altitude, and in a moment the smoke is going to come off as he gains some altitude to start the next portion of his performance. It is called the flat spin. This is not a maneuver you want to catch yourself in an airplane that isn't designed for it. Luckily, Trevor Rafferty has the skill, he has the airplane to be able to perform this incredible maneuver. Right there, he stalls the airplane. That's when the wings stop producing lift, and now he's in the flat spin. He slowly spins his way towards the ground, and I think right about there, Trevor, we're going to get control of the Model 12 again. Well, he's always in control. He knows exactly what this airplane is going to do and when he's going to do it. Just has to add the right stick input, the rudder input, and then he's out of that flat spin.
Voilà ce que 20 ans d'expérience dans le domaine de la voltige aérienne, aussi bien en compétition qu'en spectacle aérien. Voilà quelle a été la vie durant les 20 dernières années de Trevor Rafferty.
Now, folks, I told you that all of these aerobatic performances have to happen within the aerobatic box. This is one way that Trevor Rafferty can keep it inside the box and his show in front of you the entire time. This is called the half Cuban 8. It is 5/8 of a loop, and as he floats over the top, he's going to choose that 45-degree downline. He stops the aircraft twice as he rolls to upside up. Now, back on the stick, there's one. There's two reverted, there's three to knife edge, and four, a 4-point hesitation roll. Folks, what do you think of Trevor Rafferty so far? Here's another hammerhead turnaround. Again, another great maneuver to keep the air show inside the aerobatic box. There you see it pivoting to the right. That's because this is an Eastern Bloc design engine. And he's going to trade that altitude for airspeed to set up for his next maneuver. Probably one of the first things that you'll learn in aerobatic training. It's called the Barnstormer's Loop.
La grande boucle. C'est là qu'on était impressionné par la puissance de 360 chevaux du moteur LT14. La boucle parfaite. Le modèle 12, c'est pas seulement un avion de Trevor, c'est une expérience. Grande et puissante surface, c'est pas seulement le moteur, mais c'est vraiment le pilote qui fait toute la différence. Même au ralenti, lorsqu'il était au sol tantôt, on a pu sentir la puissance de vraiment un roadster dans les airs.
He's got a lot of airspeed there and a tremendous amount of ground speed as he's got a great tailwind as he heads down to the western end of the field. Another 4G pull into the vertical. He keeps it in the vertical. Right about there, he pulls it over the top to line himself up with the show line. He hangs upside down for just a moment. There's another half Cuban 8 turnaround. These folks like to work so close to the ground. Now here's what you can do with 360 horsepower. You can slide the aircraft on the fuselage in what we call the climbing knife edge. The wings in that maneuver, folks, are not producing any lift. It's all produced by the fuselage of the aircraft in the knife edge. He loves to use all 360 horsepower. When you couple that with a fairly light airplane, you can do all sorts of things. Like this next maneuver, he's actually going to turn it, or attempt to turn it, into a helicopter.
Ah oui, ça c'est intéressant. Regardez bien maintenant. L'hélicoptère. C'est carrément la tour de c'est le nez, littéralement. C'est la puissance des 360 chevaux. Immense.
There he is, folks, just hovering away. The 360 horsepower engine screaming away, I should say galloping away, to make sure that that aircraft just stays in that hover position. All right, he's going to do a couple of racetrack turns here in that beautiful Model 12 Pit Special. Let's see what he's going to do next as he comes around, gets lined up with the show line. Told you that engine sounded really unique. Right on the deck. And pulls away, giving you a good look at the bottom side of that airplane. That's a real classic look, doesn't it? It takes us back to the days of the Barnstormers.
Effectivement. Et laissez-moi vous dire, lorsqu'on apprend le pilotage, virage à grande inclinaison, c'est à 90 degrés. Regardez bien ces virages, presque à 90 degrés. Le nombre de G que présentement Trevor subit sont de l'ordre de 6, 7, peut-être même 8 G.
All right, back in show center, completing that racetrack pattern. I mentioned the Barnstormers. You might be wondering what that's all about, folks. Well, after World War I, you had a whole bunch of pilots that didn't know what to do with themselves, but they loved to fly. So they bought surplus World War I biplanes, and they started to traverse the country, landing at farmers' fields, trading money for airplane rides, and every once in a while they perform a little bit of an air show and then park their airplane in a barn. Upside down, hanging in the straps, all the blood rushing to his head. Trevor Rafferty performing for us the inverted pass down the show line.
Et ce qui est important de dire, Ken, c'est que l'appareil de Trevor n'a pas de cockpit. C'est un cockpit ouvert. It's an open cockpit. So it's very windy inside that Fit Model 12.
If you thought you were chilly in the breeze here this afternoon, boy. All right, folks, if you haven't gotten a picture yet, this is a good opportunity. Last pass from Trevor Rafferty in the Pitts Model 12, coming in from our left.
Si vous avez un appareil photo, c'est le temps. Dernier passage sur le côté pour voir le dessous de cet appareil classique. Le Pitts Model 12 de Trevor Rafferty.
I think he was checking the wildlife out there in the forest to the right of us. Oh man, what a great way to spend a Sunday afternoon in an open cockpit biplane and perform aerobatics and entertain all the fine folks here at CFD Borden for Armed Forces Day and Air Show.
Effectivement, quelle belle façon également, Ken, de passer la fête des pères aujourd'hui. On en a parlé jusqu'à présent, mais encore une fois, félicitations et bonne fête à tous les papas qui sont dans l'assistance en cette journée. Alors, je suis certain qu'avec vous avez amené votre famille, vous êtes une des plus grosses foules qu'on a vues ici depuis le début de l'histoire des spectacles aériens à la base de Borden. Et parti maintenant, Ken, l'une des parties les plus risquées de sa présentation, l'atterrissage. Là, le vent aujourd'hui n'est pas tellement hier. On avait des vents traversiers extrêmement puissants. Et ça a été vraiment une expérience de voir les atterrissages de nos appareils aujourd'hui. Mais toutefois, il faut toujours être prudent. Le vent présentement, si on le regarde, il est presque à 45 degrés de côté par rapport à l'angle de la piste de pelouse. Les gens qui sont sur la droite, vous ne la voyez peut-être pas, mais les gens qui sont situés à la gauche peuvent la voir mieux. On a une piste de pelouse qui est un peu à 45 degrés par rapport à l'aire de présentation.
Well, folks, Trevor is setting up for the most difficult maneuver of the show. It's called the landing. He has to negotiate the crosswinds and that sort of thing, and again, he is in a tailwheel aircraft, so you got to be very, very careful, and he will not stop flying that aircraft, so to speak, until he's got it parked back into the hangar and out of the wind. He's going to taxi back, and remember we launched Manfred Radius a few minutes ago? Well, he's somewhere 6,000 feet above us, and we were told that within a minute or so of Trevor's landing, that Manfred would be ready to go. Manfred began his career in flying sailplanes in 1961 at age 17 in Hamburg, Germany. He's logged in excess of 5,000 flights and accumulated over 2,000 hours in at least 60 types of sailplanes. Manfred immigrated to Canada in 1969 and became a gliding instructor in 1972. Added the glider aerobatic instructor's endorsement in 1977. We are now going to go live to the cockpit. Manfred, good day, sir. Enjoy the show.
Okay, thank you.